we have the visit of a new pro wrestler that has accepted the call, and this time is Nathan the Wind from the Netherlands, but also representing the Spanish pro wrestling scene. Hello, Nathan. It's nice to see you here.
What's up, everyone? Thanks for having me.
Awesome. You've had a very good year so far, competing
Yeah,
all over Spain. We've seen you in Rebellion, many other places, and also you got to compete representing Team España in Japan at
yeah,
Monday Magic, the most recent season. Many big matches, all that can be seen at Wrestle Universe. So we want to discuss a bit about that, your present, your future, but also about your beginnings in pro wrestling. So are you ready for some questions?
yes. Let's get into it.
Okay, I want to start literally with the beginning. So can you please tell us why did you decided to become a pro wrestler?
Okay, sure. I s- I think I watched wrestling for the first time when I was about 6 years old. Uh, I just got really into it. One of my favorites back then was Rey Mysterio. I started playing the video games later on, uh, and then when I was a teenager, I got back into watching wrestling way more. And I remember one day I was talking with my brother in the backyard. We were talking about life, talking about, oh, what do you want to do in life? Do you have any goals? And I told him, like, I know what I want to do, but I don't think it's possible. And he said, do you want to be a wrestler? Because he knew, of course. And I said, yeah, that's what I want to do. And he gave me the advice, hey, man, if you want to do anything in life, go for it, work hard, and you can make it a reality, man. And that's the moment that I decided to become a pro wrestler. So then I started training for the first time when I was 18 years old uh, in the Netherlands at a Pro Wrestling Holland Academy. Back then, they only used to train like once a week on a Sundays. So, and I lived quite far from where it is, so I had to travel like 4 hours to get there, train 4 hours back, And at that time, it was really expensive for me to do, so I couldn't afford it anymore at one point. So I was like, I'm not making that much progress either, training only once a week. So at that point, I decided, okay, I need to find a job, need to save up money, and maybe I can go somewhere else to train more regularly. So that's what I did. I got a lot of shitty jobs, worked, saved money, got myself in really good shape, which I think more wrestlers should do before they actually start training. It's just my opinion. Then I went to the WXW Academy in Germany, and I trained there for 2 months straight, every day. And I made a lot of progress in that period of time. Uh, Actually, I was gonna stay for 3 months, but that's when the pandemic started, so we had to leave. Yeah, it was me and my brother were both started at the same time training. So yeah, we had to leave the academy. We were the last ones there. At one point, there was no one training. It was just us having private sessions with the coaches. And yeah, at one point, we were staying in our apartments. They used to have an apartment back then, and we were the last ones to stay there. I think after the pandemic, they got rid of it. So yeah, we had to leave. Uh, Eventually, I did meet like an Italian wrestler once when we were in Germany. His name is Karim Brigante. Uh, yeah, so he invited me to Italy. So I actually made my debut in Italy. It was actually during the pandemic, which is a miracle. So and I wrestled my brother in a singles match, which was really really awesome for me to have my first match against my brother. It's a really special moment, actually. That's really really cool. Um, yeah, after that, had some more matches in Italy, but things were a bit slow, of course, during that period. So eventually, after that, I decided, okay, if I want to take wrestling seriously, I have to move somewhere where I can train regularly, where I can have matches regularly. So I was just trying to find a job somewhere, I was thinking maybe England, Ireland, maybe Germany, you know. Actually, I ended up finding a job in Barcelona. And when I was in Italy, I actually met Jeffrey Puck from Lucha Libre Barcelona at the time. and he did invite me like, oh, you should come by sometime. I actually thought I would never take him up on that offer, but then I ended up finding a job in Barcelona. So I was like, okay, I'll just try and go here. Maybe I'll stay here for a month, maybe 2 months. And now I'm here for like 2 years, 2.5 years. So yeah.
Thank you for sharing that. It's actually very cool because everything is connected. You make the jump and decided to follow your dream of pro wrestling because of your brother. Then you guys save enough money to go to Germany. It's unfortunate that the pandemic hit. We all know that. But also over there, you met the Italian wrestler that allowed you to go
Yeah.
to Italy. And then in Italy, when you were sorting options, you met Jeffrey, who is from Spain. So it's very cool when
Yeah.
you match all the dots and how all led you to where you are right now. And I hope that
Yeah, it's
you
all
are,
interconnected. Yeah.
yeah, very cool to see. Now, also going into pro wrestling, do you have wrestlers that you consider your references or your role models?
Yeah, a bunch actually. I study a lot of wrestling. I also even study like really old school wrestling. So I even watch like wrestling from the 50s sometimes. And I mention that because there's one wrestler that really does inspire me a lot. His name is Edward Carpentier, wrestler from the 50s. And his style is like it's athletic and technical at the same time. He was way ahead of his time. You watch him, it's like you should look it up sometimes. If you watch him, he's way ahead of his time, but he combines it in a way that's very much how I would combine my style as well. The athleticism plus the technical ability. Of course, I would make it a bit more modern. Then wrestlers like Dynamite Kid, one of the greatest technicians of all time, in my opinion. He had legendary matches with the first Tiger Mask, Satoru Sayama, just for me as well. One a big inspiration. Then you have guys like Michi Marufuji, who I actually got to wrestle in October, so it was very, very awesome. Kenta as well. Again, like sometimes it's not just the individual wrestlers, but the matches I watch, and I'm like inspired by the match. It's like Dynamite Kid and Tiger Mask, like Marufuji and Kenta have legendary matches, and a couple more modern wrestlers that I take inspiration from are guys like Will Ospreay, Zack Sabre Jr., and Kenny Omega. So there's a lot of different wrestlers I take inspiration from.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that. Now, you have talked about your beginnings, about some wrestlers or some matches that, because of their relevance or the things that you enjoy from them, help you build something about who you are inside of the ring. And then I want to enter a little bit more about your experience in Spain, because you have some years now competing over there. So how was that first year wrestling in Spain, training in Spain, living in Spain?
I think the first year was a bit rough. Like it was a good thing for me because I was in a different environment than I used to be. Finally, I was able to train regularly. I was having matches more regularly. So for me, it was a good thing. But I've really seen the scene grow over time. Like compared to when I first got here to now, it's like the difference is huge. Like now we have things like the connections with RevPro, the guys going to Pro Wrestling Noah, wrestle for Monday Magic, stuff like that. That was unthinkable when I first got here. So I think we've made a lot of progress in that period of time.
Okay, now I want to go a little bit into this. First, RepPro, one of the biggest independent professional wrestling organizations around the world, based in Europe, in this case, in the United Kingdom. They have come to Barcelona a few times now. Spain is actually the country that they have visited the most outside of the United Kingdom. So, how was the experience of leaving those shows? Helping the staff, feeling how the fans interact with the RepPro product.
Actually, personally, I haven't had the opportunity to work the staff at those shows, or to wrestle at those shows yet. So I hope that's something I can do in the near future, maybe something for next year. Uh, I do hope to wrestle on one of those shows, but I haven't had the opportunity to do that yet.
Okay, I hope you get the opportunity. We've seen many from the Spanish scene competing in repro, both here in Spain, also going to the United Kingdom.
Yeah,
So that will be a really healthy relationship to see develop more, because it also gives more eyes to what's happening in Spain.
yeah,
And
sure.
in that sense too, we've seen many wrestlers from Spain in this year going to Japan, especially working with Pro Wrestling Noah or with Wrestle Universe for Monday Magic. You were in the group that participated in the latest season of of Monday Magic some months ago. Uh, how did that become a reality?
Okay, so I think we were kind of lucky for sure. It was of course a great opportunity to have. Like I think so when we first started Lucha Libre Rebellion, I think we were open for a week, our academy, and Nosawa-san, he was visiting. I think he came here with Chigusa Nagayo and Takumi Hiroa to an RCW show they were doing, and then he just happened to come to our academy. We had a seminar from Takumi Hiroa, and then Nosawa started joining in, started showing us some stuff. And then we kind of started to develop the relationship from there. He liked Spain a lot, so he kept coming back here. And then eventually we started talking about it a little bit, the possibility of some of our guys going over, even if it's just to train, you know, we started to talk about the possibility a little bit. And then we just a couple of us straight up asked him if we could go to Japan. And we did like a little tryout thing, and then he decided the five of us could go. Me, Iker, Joey, Cito, and Eddie Vergara. So really awesome opportunity. It has been my dream to wrestle in Japan for a long time. So to finally be able to do it, and especially in one of the biggest companies in Japan, Pro Wrestling Noah, that's an absolute honor, you know. So of course I'm not gonna say no to that.
Perfect. And now, while you were there, you had many matches, but a really key one, and I think it will be the first one, when we had the match between El Equipo España versus All Rebellion, which is the babyface faction of Pro Wrestling Noah, led by Kaito Kiyomiya, and you also share a moment with him during the match.
Yeah.
So, how was the experience of that first match?
Oh, I was nervous. I have to be honest. Like being in that environment, like it's so professional, it's so different from what I'm used to here, you know. But everything went really smooth in my opinion. Like I'm really happy about the match. I think it went really well. And yeah, like you said, like that moment, like at the end of the match, I didn't expect that at all. Like I had no idea he was gonna do that. Like helping me up, giving me the handshake, giving me the nod of approval. That actually meant a lot to me. It was a really cool moment.
Okay, now going forward, you had other matches. We see also, you know, this. I discussed this with Eddie and some other guys that were representing Lucha Libre Rebellion over there, and you all said that you wanted to, you know, showcase. Okay, we are Team España, Team Spain. But also we have something. We are also representing like our own countries. You know, like Eddie is like yourself, lives in Spain, but he's not from Spain. So he was also trying to, you know, to showcase. Okay, but I'm also representing Chile, and this is like me. You know, I'm Eddie, but I'm all of these things. So in your case, do you think that it was like a challenge? You know, to showcase that you are Nathan. Like, yes, you compete in Spain mostly, but you're also from the Netherlands.
Yes. I wouldn't call it challenge so much, but it was something that I really wanted to express, you know, not just didn't want to be seen as, oh, I'm another Spanish guy. I wanted people to understand, like, oh, I'm from the Netherlands, you know. That's why I started to adopt the nickname the Flying Dutchman. I started carrying the flag, you know, put the red, white, and blue stripes on my gear, just to make it different, to make it known, you know. Okay, I'm representing the Netherlands as well, because that matters to me, you know. I think I'm the first Dutch pro wrestler to ever wrestle in Pro Wrestling Noah. Pretty sure. So that means a lot to me as well.
And about your matches, is there anything that you want to highlight, like maybe a specific match or a moment from a match outside of the first match?
Yeah, outside of the moment with Kiyomiya, just stepping in the ring with Marufuji, an absolute honor. Like I said before, he was one of my inspirations for a long time, so that was an absolute honor. Yeah, in that same match, I really liked working Mochizuki. I really did some fun stuff with him. I would like to wrestle him more in the future, maybe a singles match. That would be really fun.
Yeah, Mochi is another veteran is very respected in Japan. He competes in Pro Wrestling Noah or in Monday Magic from time to time, so that's another possibility. Or maybe you could go to Dragon Gate. I think your style matches a lot with Dragon Gate, so hopefully in the future. Now I want to keep in Japan, but not only about pro wrestling stuff. So how was living in Japan?
Yeah, it was an absolutely amazing experience. Just an absolutely amazing month. Every day was different. It was like so many experiences in a row, like absolutely amazing. Like from the food, just the culture, just sightseeing in Tokyo, going out with the boys, just fun. The training, the dojo training, everything is just indescribable almost. Like if I could, I would live my life like that all the time. It's the best, absolutely.
After that morning in Japan, you guys returned to Spain and you had the opportunity to compete and also reunite with your tag team partner, Ricky Barceló. So
yes,
how did you feel, returning after that month in Japan, and how was competing in Spain?
it was a bit rough, like after having such a great month, being in such a high, coming back here, having to go back to my day job, like stuff like that. It's a bit tough, but you get used to it again. You start working again, start thinking about, okay, I know I'm gonna go back to Japan, so maybe prepare myself, start to get ready, and then in the meantime, compete here. I had a match a couple weeks ago, tag team match with Ricky again for the tag titles of Lucha Libre Rebellion. So that's fun again to reunite with him and have a match here. It's very different, like when you wrestle in Japan, the environment is very different. So I guess there's less pressure when I'm here, so that's better. But yeah, I had to get used to it again, but it's okay. I'm excited to go back to Japan, and I hope I can go to Japan a lot more and make a career for myself there.
Like you mentioned, you will be returning to Japan during this winter for another season of Monday Magic. This time it will be only Iker and yourself. So what are your expectations for this new tour?
Wow, I'm excited. I'm really excited to go back, and make a name for myself even more, show the crowd, show the fans I'm back, I'm serious, show them more of myself, more of who I am, more of what I can do. I hope to have a singles match this time. I only did the tag matches and the battle royal last time, so I hope to have a singles match and really I really hope I will be able to show who I am and step by step build myself up and really make a name for myself there.
Going to the touristic side, because Japan is like Spain and many other countries, it's very rich culturally, many things to do to see. Um, Last time, did you have the opportunity to see things outside of Tokyo, or were you only in Tokyo?
Uh, we were in like in the Tokyo area, like not just like Tokyo. Actually, where we were staying uh was outside of Tokyo as well, but like maybe an hour and a half with the train, hour with the train. So uh yeah, I saw like some more local places, which which is fun. I haven't seen much more other cities. Like I would like to go to Osaka, maybe uh like see some other cities in Japan. That could be really nice for next time. But I haven't had the opportunity to do that. It was mostly Tokyo.
Yeah, you mentioned Osaka right now, which is another very popular city in this case, the Kansai region of Japan. So, like Osaka, is there any other city that you would like to see to visit if you have the opportunity this time?
Man, I want to see everything, man. I want to travel to Japan if I can, like wherever I can go. I'm fine, maybe Sapporo, like I don't know, many places. I just want to enjoy it, man. Like if I have the opportunity to go somewhere, sure, I'll go, and I want to see everything.
You're starting the year in a very good way because you're returning to Japan, which is something that not many wrestlers get to do so fast between one
Yeah.
tour and another, and that might mean that next year will be very big for you. So, what are your goals for next year?
Well, first of all, I'm very grateful and blessed to have this opportunity to come back again. Like I said, my goal is now to start to make a name for myself more and more. I hope to go to Japan as many times as I can next year. I hope to have a singles match next tour. I hope to wrestle in more venues, big venues like Cork and Hall, legendary. Like I want to experience the pro wrestling scene in Japan. And I want to build myself, want to make a name for myself. Those are the main goals for me next year.
Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure to have you here, Nathan. I wish you all the best in this new year, and looking forward also to see you compete over there.
Thank you very
Before
much.
closing, do you have any message for your fans watching this all around the world?
Thank you for your support. Please follow me on Instagram at Nathan_DE_Wind. Please tune in to Monday Magic Rising Sun season. Starts on January 19th. You can watch it on Wrestle Universe. Thank you for your love and support. I really appreciate it.
That was all for today, friends. See you next time.